Welcome to Robot Wars, the 6 Wars Heat 7. Will the winds of fortune blow fair for Tornado, the number 12 seeds? Never a zephyr, always a hurricane force. Newcomers like Hedgehog are promising great things and violence. The house robots will test that theory. And in the mashing melees will scrunch and munch metal. As the scales of justice tip this way and that, and new legends are born of old. Mighty Thor from Viking Valhalla, or our own Hound of Hell Growler. Mad dogs and robot men are out in the arena fun and about to be undone. Let's drag you into our world. We'll gnash our teeth. You can let off steam. You can stamp your feet along with the walkers and the talkers and argue your case in Robot Wars, the 6 Wars!
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Master of Mayhem, Craig Charles.
Yes, folks, it's Heat 7, and we're well on the road to finding a new Robot Wars UK champion. Now, in the last heat, 13 Black emerged as a hot new contender. But tonight, a robot's fighting who wants that title more than anybody. Tornado! Yes, the most brutal boxing battledom is back, which means metal's going to fly guaranteed! All those months of preparation about to end in devastation. Let the wars begin!
Craig, what an array of weaponry, flywheels and axes, a rotavator, flames and sparks, the arena packed and ready. Our thanks to them for creating such an atmosphere. And thank you for joining us as well, because it's nice for me to know that I'm not the only one who likes a little bit of magical, metal-munching mayhem. And let's see how they line up in round 1.
From Sawtrey in Cambridgeshire, the number 12 seed, Tornado.
World semi-finalists in 2001.
So Team Tornado, seeded 12, the only seeded robots in this heat. What have you got up your sleeve?
We have, for this series, an interchangeable weapons bay.
You see. So depending on who you're up against...
We can change the weapon to suit the robot we're fighting.
Where is it?
It's hidden in the front of the robot here.
Yeah.
All this area is space for an interchangeable weapon. We have bolts in the front that enable us just to remove the weapon that's in there at the moment.
And those weapons, they won't show us.
A 4-wheel drive pusher. What are the weapons? All we know about is spinning disc. We also know that it has an unreliable drivetrain.
From Ilkley in West Yorkshire, Terrible.
A new machine, Spiky. Watch out, Toreadors.
Listen carefully, because this is my dope. Terrible. Are you terrified?
Yes.
Haha, wasn't that good? Incredible is who you're up against. Hedgehog is who you're up against. And Tornado you're up against in your first battle.
Yeah.
Any other reaction apart from yes?
Well, let's bring them on.
Has a lifting head and spiked horns, 12-mile-an-hour top speeds, a high 15-centimetre ground clearance, though, and the bullfighters will have taken notice.
From Uxbridge in Middlesex, Incredible.
Is it? Or will a lack of experience leave their hopes in tatters?
Technically, what are you going to get them with?
This big mama disc here.
It is a big mama disc.
Yeah,
How
it is.
fast does it spin?
About 1,000 RPM.
Ooh! How many miles per hour is that?
80 odd.
80? Yeah, 80, 90.
fast.
OK, that's reasonable. But it is quite a big one.
A 2-wheel drive robot using that vertically mounted disc to attack and brake or flip. Strong chassis invertible, but aren't those tyres exposed?
From Macclesfield in Cheshire, Hedgehog.
Another wedge with an axe. Always difficult to beat, though.
You are up against them. Tornado. Terrible. And the big black one with the mama disc over there. And you're going to get them with your chopper.
Oh yeah, hopefully, yeah.
Any one of those that you're most worried about?
Tornado, definitely.
Why
Power.
Tornado?
Just a power, really. Just pushing power on it. You just can't stop it. It keeps coming at you.
Very strong with polycarbonate and titanium armour, lots of pushing power with a self-righting mechanism, but we wonder whether poor driving will send the hog over the edge.
Roboteers, stand by.
Let's have a look at the teams. Tornado there on the left, Captain Andrew March, and Edgehog on the right, the Captain Stephen Edgerton. Terrible on the left-hand side here, a captain by John Fernley, and Incredible on the right, captain by Peter Wilmot. Matilda's in the arena for the house robots with the flywheel, very destructive, and the tusks, and the temper, and there's Dead Metal as well, with that serrated blade.
2, 1, debate.
Watch for Tornado's sheer dogged persistence here. Terrible immediately gets into grips with Edgehog. Classic wedge shape with the axe, Edgehog. That's Incredible as well. Newcomers. Big, bulky, an attack by Edgehog, got the axe blade down there, the pneumatic weaponry. And at the moment is at the centre of most things, Edgehog trying to attack Tornado. Tornado pushing away there though against Incredible. And now taking on Edgehog. And will spin away very quickly, Tornado. The top speed is only 10 miles an hour, but it's very manoeuvrable in the hands of Andrew Marchant, the driver, the captain of the team. They're pushing against Terrible. Edgehog, meanwhile, getting to grips with Incredible. The meat in the sandwich. Tornado, you see, just comes in, little bash, then spins away again. Revs up for another attack. Incredible at the moment is taking some punishment and can't get out of that hole. A little bit of experience missing there in the Incredible team. They got themselves into a nasty position. Matilda slamming into Edgehog there at the top of your picture. That's the pit release button. Down it goes. You can see Incredible very close to the edge. Better driving, getting away. The ref bot in there having a glance. That's the Terrible team we're watching. Again, it's a new machine, up to 12 miles an hour. The Tornado boys very experienced. What's happened there to Edgehog? It's not impaled, but it's sort of grappled onto the arena sidewall. It's caught there, it's snagged. Terrible lifts the bull-like head, tries to get in underneath Incredible. Matilda in the action as well. If you drive into a CP's head, that's the corner patrol zone in Robot Wars. The house robots can do you. Incredible over the flame pit. A little bit of a roasting. Steaming, but nothing more. The ref bot going in and having a look at Edgehog, still stuck to the arena sidewall. Now Tornado, and also Terrible, trying to flick Incredible. The clock is counting down against the Edgehog boys, Stephen Edgerton and Chris Prest. Now Incredible, being lifted up by Terrible. That's the end of Edgehog, they're out. They've got two robots survive into round 2 of this heat. Matilda comes revving in. Incredible. I think your hopes are in tatters because Dead Metal is in there with that venomous blade. And it looked to me as if Incredible were having problems there in control. We know the Edgehog boys are out. There is movement from Incredible, but not much. Look at the Matilda flywheel. Looks to me as if Tornado and Terrible will be the two to go through, but Terrible suddenly bit it. What a turn-up that is, because I thought Incredible were out, but they're just moving at the end, and Terrible have been pitted and beaten. Well, well, well. Tornado, meanwhile, trundled through safely and ominously.
Well, well, Edgehog gets counted out, Terrible gets pitted, Incredible and Tornado, they go breezing through.
Do I need to ask what happened? Well, I do really. seen the damage at the back. Look, here you go.
Yeah, it was.
Explain.
It was Tornado. He pushed us in there. Matilda got hold of us, but we just got stuck in rear drive, so there wasn't much we could do.
So we can see the damage that this has caused on the outside. What did that mean on the inside?
We're not sure yet till we look. It probably won't be much. I would have thought we'd probably get it fixed fairly quickly, but I would have thought it's just a wire. It's come loose somewhere. Wire's been taken
there
out.
There really is very little point in fixing it quickly. Terror fried. Ha ha. Now, lots of damage sustained there before you finally, the ultimate humiliation, and there you were in the pit. Pitted, the bull pit. I've got nothing better to do than think these things out. There's a little bit of damage for you. What was the big problem, though?
Steering.
Around the other side?
Steering.
Why steering?
More practice.
Who knocked your steering out? Oh, just practice. You see, you should know, look, all up the side. Who's done all this?
That was, I think it was...
You don't know, do you?
I don't know.
It's all a blur.
Yeah.
So Tornado and Incredible safely through. Some surprise, though, that Terrible were the ones to fall, along with the disappointing edge hop.
From Kingsthorpe in Northampton, Thor.
A mighty hammer axe, of course, but wait till you see the team.
What's the power behind this, and how many goes have you got with your axe?
We've got about 15 goes with it. That's about 70 miles an hour.
And there's 3 robots, so that's 5 each.
Yep.
Not including the house robots, so let's hope they don't come into it.
Yeah.
What's going on at the back there? What's that?
These are pincers at the front.
Oh, that's the front.
Yeah.
So sorry. Forgive me.
In and out. Grab hold of them and then give them a smack with the hammer.
80 miles an hour, claws, hammer, self-righting mechanism, good looking like the captain, they say. A builder, Liverpool football fan, and drag queen, it seems.
From East Kilbride in Scotland, Revolution 2.
And a real design revolution, this.
We've talked to the Thor team and we don't like them. They've got a big pointy axe thing. And they look like they can do a lot of damage to us.
Okay.
Yeah.
What have you got to retaliate with?
Well, we've got 3 36-inch blades,
Yes.
right? And they go
They spin round.
yeah, just under 200 miles an hour. Right, so it's the fastest, biggest weapon in Robot Wars.
Gee whiz.
But to get that weapon, we've got very thin armour. So we're a bit worried.
Yes, you can see how their minds work, can't you?
Yeah.
2 drive wheels, 4 casters to run inverted, a polycarbonate body shell, tubular and plate steel construction. Yes, the large weapon, but it's not reliable.
From Ellistown in Leicester, Judge Shred 2.5.
Malud, good to see you back for a 3rd attempt on Robot Wars.
Which one are you most worried about and why?
Anarchy.
Anarchy?
Yeah.
Why are you most worried about them?
It's just heavy.
Ah, okay. But surely you can just nip on under there?
Oh, that's what we're hoping, yeah.
Because you've got a kind of nice dome wedge shape going on.
I don't think it'll be a problem keep getting into him. It's just turn him over, I think. The other 2 aren't a problem.
And have you got the power to turn him over, Judge Shred?
We should have. It flips about 130 kilos.
Has a low profile and multiple body panels for damage limitation, the flipper and self-righting mechanism 12 miles an hour, and if there is any justice, deserves to go far.
From Kettering in Northamptonshire, Anarchy.
This is the old 101 team. They were semi-finalists in the 3rd Wars. Completely new robot, though.
Mike, they're all worried about you because do you want to know who you're up against?
Go on in.
Revolution,
Yeah.
Judge Shred, and Thor the Vikings.
Oh, well, that's not too bad.
No, they're quite actually
They're
worried
quite
about
axable.
you. You're very heavy. compared to them.
171 kilos.
Yeah, I think that's what they're all worried about.
Yeah.
And how about the power behind your chopper?
Well, we've got the equivalent of Chaos 2's flipper behind our chopper, so it's very powerful. It'll go through 14 millimetres of polycarbonate.
No wonder they're all worried.
Basic Robot Wars rule, walkers can be twice as heavy, has very powerful weapons but a slow top speed of just 5 miles an hour. Let's have a look at the teams. Revolution 2 on the left, captained by Roger Webb. Thor on the right, Captain Jason Marston. And there on the left-hand side, Judge Shred 2.5, Captain Alan Blakeman, and Anarchy, Captain Mike Franklin. And his daughter Amy there, she's now 10, she's back again. So's Matilda in the arena for the House Robots, and Dead Metal 2.
3, 2, Activate.
Intrigued to see the weaponry of Revolution 2 here at its finest, immediately coming crumpling down onto the top of Judge Shred 2.5 with the multiple body panels. There's Thor swapping blows with Anarchy. Thor also has the pincers as well as the hammer. It has the team with the blonde wigs. We also have Judge Shred 2.5 with the judges' wigs. Don't get the two confused. There's Revolution 2, confusing things in a bit of a muddle and a melee. Judge Shred takes a blow there from Thor. Their team, great fun. Also, Anarchy in there with a couple of blows, and they're all having a go at the Judge. They're the spinning, rotating weapons of Revolution 2 at 200 miles an hour, top speed, that flailing weaponry. Looks a little bit lightweight in body, though, if someone can get hold and flick it out. Thor almost rocking and rolling from Judge Shred's flipper, but down comes the hammer, stroke axe again. That's Anarchy in trouble in the flame pit, but turning away. The Walker, ponderous, but nonetheless effective. Thor moves back to get the axe down. Judge Shred 2.5 is bearing the brunt of all this. Now, did you see a little flick on Revolution 2? And it was very easily flicked up in the air, I felt. Thor has a bent pincer at the front, but down comes the mighty tall axe hammer once again. This is very even. Very, very even at the moment. Blows are being traded. What's happened here? Judge Shred 2.5 against the arena sidewall. And I wonder, in attacking it, has Revolution 2 immobilised itself? Dead Metal comes out with the saw blade. The sparks beginning to fly. And that armament of Revolution 2, as we heard from Roger Webb and Gordon Anderson, not its strong point. Oh, meanwhile, Judge Shred has been flicked by Anarchy. The top of your picture. Can the Judge right itself now? Thor is in attendance. They bash down using the SRE-mech, the self-righting mechanism, but it hasn't been a great display by Judge Shred 2.5. They fought in Robot Wars Series 4 and in Series 3. They were knocked out of the heats both times. And that was a good attack by Anarchy, a brilliantly designed robot by Mike Franklin, once built a hydrojet-powered surfboard. If you look through the innards there, you can see 8 legs independently walking, but barely a wobble in the movement of Anarchy. It's the first time we've seen a walker in the history of Robot Wars so balanced. I think Revolution 2 is buckling, don't you? It looks in trouble, and it seems to have pinned itself there on the arena floor. Thor inadvertently has released. Judge Shred tries to flick Anarchy, but there you can get a sense of the weight of Anarchy. 170 kilos around about. Revolution, to me, has been immobilised. They're in trouble. Roger and Gordon, and they're being counted. Now, that's a shame, because it was innovative and good fun. But in the end, to get the great weaponry in, it was out of kilter, wasn't it? Out of balance for Robot Wars, and they're out. Revolution 2. So, one of the remaining 3 will join them out. 2 go through, and the judges will have to decide now. Will it be Thor? Will it be Anarchy? We know Revolution 2 have gone. Judge Shred 2.5, depending on a judge's result.
Well, Revolution gets counted out, but we're going to have to go to the judges on the other 3. While they make up their minds, let's review the highlights. See if you can pick the winners.
Revolution 2, right at the thick of it, so too Judge Shred, but that took damage from Thor more than once. Anarchy, very good throughout, I felt. They've done enough, surely. Damage there to Revolution 2, put paid to its chances. Judge Shred flipped. They could go on the judge's decision.
The judges have made their decision based on style, control, damage, and aggression. They've gone for Anarchy and Thor!
Then, what happened?
Yeah, and all 3 of them on top of us. All 3 of them.
You see, you know, we talked earlier about that shape, you know, that lovely aerodynamic shape of yours.
The X-dynamic.
What an X-dynamic. What it actually did was just enable everyone to roll on top of you, didn't
Basically, yeah.
And let's see. Oh dear, that's nasty. Who did that?
I think that was the
Mini weapon.
Right, Revolution.
That's the one, yeah.
And that goes right in.
Yeah, it got stuck. We couldn't get away from it.
And what did that do to you?
It just got inside and hooked the panel out.
Okay.
It's superficial damage. It's
Not superficial
It is.
damage.
It's
not
still
all
running.
Of it.
It's still running.
Now you were so proud of those spinny roundy blades. You come here, don't hide behind it.
Aww.
You were so boastful about how fast they were going to go round. They did go fast, but they didn't cause any damage at all.
Oh,
really.
no.
We got Judge Fred.
You've got. See, the thing is, you came in for more damage than you caused, didn't you?
Yeah.
That's why you're hiding. That's why he's hiding.
Have you seen the state of Judge Shred?
Well, yes.
He has got a lot of holes in him.
But,
We buried our blades 8 inches into him.
yeah, but there wasn't as much damage as we had hoped.
There was still a lot of damage, but I mean, half an hour, we'll be running again.
There's no point.
No, there's not really.
No,
But
you're out now, aren't you?
yes, we're out.
Next time, will you not boast?
No, you've got to boast. You have to boast.
What is it they say about empty vessels? Revolution 2 are out, so too the judges sent down. Thor going through with Anarchy. And this is how they line up in the second round. In a moment, Anarchy against Incredible, but first up, Tornado and Thor, and Philippa's in the pits with Tornado.
Now, Tornado, definitely not, I would say, a novelty robot. Serious robot is in it to win, yeah?
Yeah, that's what we're here for.
You're up against a novelty robot, though. Thor,
Ah, okay.
the Vikings. But they're not just a novelty robot either, are they? Because
They've
they
got a big
really
axe.
did prove themselves, and they've got
Yes.
a big axe, lots of manoeuvrability. You worried about that?
They're going to be difficult. We were a little worried we were going to get Anarchy though, so
Oh, so you're
I think
quite
we
relieved
prefer
with the draw.
Thor.
All
Yeah.
right, okay. So Thor versus Tornado. Any damage I need to worry about? No.
nothing at the moment. No.
Okay, come this way. Let's see how the Thor team reacts to the knowledge. Guys, we have the results of the draw, and you are up against Tornado next.
Oh dear.
Is that manic laughter, hysterical laughter, laughter of relief, or concerned laughter?
Bring it on.
Oh,
Bring it on.
okay.
We'll get the best shot.
Yeah.
Or several, in fact.
They're not worried about you.
No, we're not worried about them, are we?
Okay, well, that's that then.
Roboteers, stand by.
Fighting for the house robot, Sergeant Bash. Fancy a lick of flame? Or perhaps you'd like to be gnarled by Growler.
3, 2, 1. Activate.
Here we have a hammer and the claws of Thor against the pushability of Tornado. See, it just persistently nudges, drives, pushes, comes again, Tornado. And I wonder if the Thor team, Jason Marston and Lee Cornish, have enough experience here. They certainly have the weaponry to be destructive, but Tornado already coming forward with another attack, nagging, worrying and bending and buckling. One of those pincers it seemed to be. Down comes the axe. Frightening when it thrusts down like that. You can see Andrew March and David Gamble and Brian Moss in that Tornado team. Andrew, an electroacoustic engineer. What? Thor with the hammer and the wigs and the horns and the bizarre team, let's face it, on Robot Wars, but we love those. And off comes one of the side panels of Thor, revealing there the gizmo underneath. The pit release has been activated. Out comes Growler. Did you see the speed there? Growler flew out of his kennel. 420 kilos of doggy power across the arena floor. One of the Thor pincers has been buckled right up there. The other one has been bent downwards. What were they made out of? They're made of that sort of aluminium foil you put around the chicken in the oven. They're about to be roasted, Thor. Growler's in on the attack. Sergeant Bash is in on the attack. But the Thor team, I think, is about to buckle. A team of Formula One and Liverpool football fans. Well, their road to Wembley, as it were, is about to end here. Last on the grid. Tornado very quick, so too Growler. Actually, they use the same sort of skid steer drive system. which makes them very nippy. And it makes Thor very vulnerable. In comes Sergeant Bash, they're just holding up. They don't want to go down in that pit. They want to prolong their Robot Wars experience, and why not? Sergeant Bash, the flamethrower out. A little bit too high, though, to score more than a scorching piece of damage on the exterior of Thor. But look how bent and bruised it is. The Tornado team have been as persistent as ever. What can you say? Has he got a picture of himself? Dear, oh dear. I don't know, perhaps it's weekend wear. Sergeant Bash in the CPZ with the Thor machine. Don't give him my address, will you, anyone? Sergeant Bash pushes Thor back again onto the centre of the arena. Tornado, a little push. Well, I'll tell you what, top marks for Thor for their competitiveness and their bravery. And that's a fairly resolute machine they've got out there as well. I'd love to see them back. The boys from Kingsthorpe near Northampton. Parts of their machine littering the arena floor. Out comes Growler. They get a cease call, and technically it goes to the judges. Don't think there's much doubt, do you? OK, Thor got a hammer blow in, but Tornado back again, and again, and again. Constant driving. Thor into the CPZ, took damage from Growler, and surely the result is clear, isn't it?
Oh, the judges have made their decision. Style, control, damage, aggression. You know the criteria. They've gone for Tornado! Wasn't a bad fight.
No, done all right.
Didn't you?
Yeah.
I mean, tough robot.
Yeah, still going.
Still going?
Yeah. Just
Axe isn't, though.
No.
What happened there?
They tore off the pipe off the back, so we couldn't bring it back. So to take another swipe at them. So
they're the 12 seeds.
Yeah.
Did so well in Robot Wars Extreme as well.
Yeah.
Tough robot.
Yeah.
How did you feel when you were drawn against them?
Well, not too bothered really, because if you're going to get anywhere, eventually you're going to meet somebody like
not
that.
Not too bothered, really.
Well,
we thought we'd have them.
Well, if you can't beat them, you're not good enough, are you? So.
Fair enough. Good point. Are you going to come back?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Bigger.
If the wife will let me. Yeah.
So, is she behind you though?
Yeah, she's out in the audience. So.
Wicked.
Yeah.
Well, hey, let's hear it. Thor! Good luck, you guys. Hey. Oh. You did well in Extreme. Mm-hmm. You're doing well now.
Yeah.
You just keep going on and on. You're relentless.
It's a tough machine. It takes a lot to beat it.
It's fast as well.
Yes, but they did manage to stop our disc. All credit to them.
But you were pushing them round in the end.
Yeah,
I mean,
we had better pushing power. So.
Yeah. Who are you scared of?
Got to be the world champions again, Razor.
If you can avoid Razor till final, you'll be happy, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
All right, then. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it. This is Team Tornado!
So, Tornado through to the heat final for a second time in Robot Wars. We say goodbye to Thor. Next up, Anarchy and Incredible.
Incredible. Now, you're up against, you've got this damage, look, here and here. Yep. You're up against 170 kilos worth of Anarchy. How does that make you feel?
I think we're a bit worried, but we'll be okay.
Your facial muscles are dying to wince. And you look very depressed.
Well, it's just, it's in a bit of a state at the moment, but I think we'll fix it in time.
It is in a bit of a state, and I'm worried about the weight against that. Will it hold?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, he tried to sound so stoic with his yes, and I still didn't believe him. Right, you two, you're up against Incredible. 170 kilos worth of Anarchy. Take a look inside Anarchy, probably the first time in your life. There you go. You're tightening bolts, but yes. Is there anything more serious to be done?
No, well, nothing we can do in the time we've got available. The motors are a bit melted, but we'll see how we get on.
Okay, so you've both got a little bit of damage. It should be quite exciting, I think.
Also in the arena, Growler. Those jaws can crush at 4 tons. And Sergeant Bash with the front pincers and the flamethrower.
3, 2, 1, activate.
Got to admit, I'm intrigued by Anarchy. It's not the slowest walker we've seen either in Robot Wars history. Incredible. Turning there. Sleek. Black. Mean looking with the 1,000 RPM spinning disc. Moving at roughly 80 miles an hour. With those tyres, though, look very exposed. And I wonder whether Peter Wilmot, Martin Campbell and Chris Brooks have the experience against Mike Franklin, who's been in heat finals before with 101. Reached the series semi-final in Robot Wars 3, actually. Lost to Hypnodisc with his machine 101, which cost £1 and a penny to build. Oh, he's invested more time, and I would say cash in Anarchy with weaponry like that. The flipper in underneath Incredible, exposing the 1 centimetre ground clearance. And Anarchy has weight and weaponry to match this time. And you could be looking at a robot to go all the way. I'm not talking about Incredible, because they're not going to go a lot further now that Sergeant Bash has them in his grips. Anarchy with another blow. You see the legs there moving? Scuttling. Down comes the axe blade of Anarchy. Just watch this design. Potential robot ears. Incredible against the arena sidewall. In comes Growler. This is the first time the Incredible team has competed. They've done well to get to this stage, but they've met a very good and mean machine here in Anarchy. There's little Amy. Likes her dancing, likes playing the piano. Got to mention Steve Bickle, who's the team mechanic in the pits with them as well. And Incredible about to be counted out. And into a little peace and quiet, I would imagine. Invertible, that won't worry it being flicked like that. Smashing against the ref bot and counted out. Anarchy look very good, don't they? The ref bot shrugs aside Incredible with the ease. Why, with the ease that Anarchy did so as well. And Growler. Down come those horrible jaws. And Incredible is about to be dragged away somewhere nasty and unpleasant. A twirl and a whirl. Where will we finish with Incredible, do you think? On the pit? The flame pit? I think we'll just boot him down there. Down into the cellars of the Robot Wars arena. Bye-bye, Incredible. See you again next time.
6.
Well, we don't need the judges for that one. Incredible, go out. Anarchy, go marching on. Guys, you look so depressed.
Yeah, a bit.
What happened to your blade?
The blade wasn't running because it got trashed the previous round.
Yeah.
The motor was just not working at all, so we just had to ram them and outmaneuver them, really.
Well, the thing about ramming that robot is it's so heavy.
It is. The armour on that is incredible, and it moves fast as well.
And the axe is fairly awesome as well.
It did some serious damage to us today.
Yeah.
We weren't going to last long, so we gave it our best shot, though.
All right, guys. We'll see you again, though.
Oh, definitely, yes.
Let's hear it. Incredible! That was just bullying, that, wasn't it? Yeah, you just bullied them. This is the most successful walker ever in Robot Wars, really.
Oh, I think it is, yeah, and it's certainly got some decent weapons on, which other walkers are... It's pretty good, isn't it? Yeah, it's not up to full power yet, but I think when we get up to full power, it'll be really, really lethal.
Why did you move from 101 to a walker?
I wanted to build something different. 101 was getting tired. It was fine for the early series when it was built for, but everything's moved on to sort of new heights. And I just wanted something that showed off what I could do engineering-wise and was different.
You're up against Tornado. It's
going to be a very, very hard
strong
fight.
robot.
It's very fast. It's the sort of robot we don't really want.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Can't wait to see the fight. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it. Anarchy!
So Anarchy have survived Judge Shred 2.5 and Incredible as well, and go on to the heat final, where they will meet the number 12 seeds, Tornado.
What are you most worried about from Tornado?
They've got that nasty shreddy thing on the front, and we've got all these legs, so...
Yeah,
so
and
really
they're only covered by plastic. That's been my worry all along.
It's not thin plastic. Yeah, it's nice, big...
Chunky plastic.
But... So if they spend enough time wearing it away, we should do something to them.
Okay. Now, which weapon are you going to use?
Well, we're against anarchy, aren't we?
Yes.
So we thought that we might have a change. Now we're going to bring out a great big spike, because we think that'll go through the side of their polycarbonate very nicely.
Okay, and that will get the legs. And then it'll be
Absolutely.
immobilised, and you'll be the victors.
Hopefully,
and
fingers
then the end of the story. Okay, we get the gist.
Yeah.
So what do we make of this battle between Tornado and Anarchy? Well, up here in the Crow's Nest, I've been joined by Professor Martin Smith from the Technology Innovation Centre at the University of Central England and one of our judges. So what makes Tornado special?
Tornado's been developing and improving and evolving over several years, and they've got a very powerful pair of motors in there. They've got four-wheel drive, and they've got very, very grippy tyres, so that they're a very strong, robust little robot.
And Anarchy, a walker, can flip. We've seen that. I think it needs to get the flip in early here, though.
Yes, it's got a flipper and an axe, and it's got extra weight. It's allowed to have extra weight because it's a walker, so it has that advantage. So it's a very heavy, powerful machine.
Against any other machine, a walker might have done it. Not for me here. It's Tornado.
Two very evenly matched robots remain, and the only thing to split them will be pure determination. So prepare for the heat final!
Tornado.
Good team, the Tornado team. David Gamble, Brian Moss, and Andrew Marchant at the controls.
Anarchy.
Good machine, well designed by Mike Franklin, Lamy, and Steve Bickle.
Stand by.
Dead Metal's in the arena for the house robots. Look at that saw. Oh, and Sir Killalot for the first time in this heat.
3, 2, 1. Activate.
This is an intriguing heat final. Winners go through to the series semi-final of Robot Wars, the 6th Wars. Anarchy getting the axe down. They need to flip Tornado early and buy the arena sidewall to get the 98-kilo machine out completely. Anarchy, almost twice the weight. Not as manoeuvrable, we know that. And can the spike spear through that heavy-duty plastic armour? They flipped Tornado. It's invertible, won't hurt them there. It needs to be closer to the arena sidewall for a flick to be effective. Again, you see, Tornado will simply turn, run away and come on another attack. Oh, and have they exposed themselves there? Trying to flick again, they have! Tornado with a spike right in to the very machinery of Anarchy. And as they went to flick Tornado once too often, so they left themselves exposed. What damage has been caused now? There's the little Teddy, the mascot of Amy Franklin. We've seen her mascots before in Robot Wars. I think it was a bunny last time around. Hasn't brought her even a rare bit of success. Anarchy with Tornado, centre of the arena. There's the spike again! There's the attempted attack by Anarchy, and once again Tornado driving in with the spike. Amy looks concerned, and why not? Tornado, I think, are the more aggressive and destructive of the two. And that's key should it go to the judges. And is that flipper still working? It is. Down it comes. But for me, Tornado has the measure now of Anarchy. You see they're the quicker across the arena floor. They can move away from any potential attack, clear the danger, and come again on an onslaught. And I think Mike Franklin will be the first to realise that. Andrew Marchant at the controls of Tornado. They'll be hoping to go all the way here. Reach the heat final of Series 4, through to the Series semi-final. They lost to Chaos 2 there. Anarchy under pressure from Dead Metal. Oh, poor Amy. She's sort of growing up with Robot Wars, isn't she? This is the 4th time she's been with her dad in the control booth. Tornado again, a side slam. Full of respect, though. And can't push Anarchy into the pit. Can't immobilise it, so it goes to the judges. Good enough, though, for me. Worry and concern. Confidence. Ooh, smugness.
What a fight! What a fight! Too close for me to call. It's going to go to the judges because both robots were still mobile. While they're making up their minds, let's review some hot robo action.
Well, they deserve to be smug, Craig, don't they? Because it was another very good performance by Tornado. It doesn't matter that they were pushed and rolled by Anarchy. There, they got in and caused damage, and again, and were on top throughout for me. Anarchy, good machine, very good machine, splendid design.
The judges have made their decision based on style, control, damage, and aggression. It took quite a while making up their minds. But they've gone for Tornado! You disappointed?
Yes.
Did you think you've done enough to win?
Yes.
What about you?
Well, I think if I'd have actually got the weapons under control, I'd have probably done a lot better, but...
That's what I wanted to ask you about. You kept flipping when you should have been action. Action, you should have been flipping. And it was all totally out of sync. You should have been anticipating them coming to you.
I know.
The timing was totally off.
We've had no practice with it. It was only finished the night before we came, and there was no time to practice axing things and flipping things.
You see, it was only finished. It's only a new robot, you know. They haven't had much practice, you know.
We gave him a good run for the money for a walker, I think. So.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Anarchy! Yes! The 12th seed. Does that give you any pressure?
It's a little bit of a reputation to live up to, yeah.
How did you see the fight? Because
we were scared.
You are strong.
We were scared. That it's got such a good axe on it, and we knew that if that axe caught us, we'd be in trouble.
So, where'd you go from here now?
Semi-finals. Let's see what we can do.
You're in the semi-finals. Can you go all the way?
We'll see. We'll try.
Or you're going to wimp out like you did in 5. I mean, you
we only got to the second round in 5. Come on,
that is whipping out, isn't it?
Yes, it was completely whipping out.
Let's hear it. Team Tornado! Well, once again, Tornado has blown through the doors, destroying all in its path. On Robo Wars, bye-bye.
Duos that know stuff but weird obscure stuff go up against each other for glory, cash and some glassware next in Pointless Hill on Challenge. On Pick there's no cash or glassware, but there is some glory in rescuing and rehabilitating monkeys in new monkey business.
Next time for you, we have the number 10 seed Spawn again returning. Robo Wars, the Sith Wars. Flipping fantastic!